everyone and welcome back to Big OGGIE World, and today we're in the kitchen again as usual, and we're going to continue on with our theme on slow cookers for a little while longer. So we're going to make a rich beef ragu today, which I guess in effect is a posh bolognese. So we're not using mince, we are using a nice piece of beef brisket, and this is very simple. But it's going to take 7 hours to cook because obviously brisket is a cheaper cut of meat and the fibres need to be broken down so they become nice and tender. So the first thing you need to do is we need to sear our meat all over. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to put my slow cooker on to preheat. That's important because if you put hot stuff into a cold slow cooker, then you're going to lose the temperature and it's going to take longer to come up, and you're going to probably add a good hour or more to your cooking time. So I'm just going to flick that on, and then whilst I'm doing that, get my pan nice and hot. Right, so slow cooker's preheating. As I said before, the thing with slow cooker cooking is the actual pot does the whole shebang for you. So it's really minimum effort to start off with, no effort at all then to cook, and maximum benefits at the end of the day. So I hope a lot of you tried our chicken and honey mustard chicken recipe. That was a really good one, and I hope you're enjoying it really.
I just want to say, I've just turned the camera around so I can get in. What's the book? Because we got a really good book this time, which is why we're taking a couple of these recipes.
We got this from Sainsbury's, but you can get it everywhere. There's a new one out. It's by Nathan Anthony, and it's from the Board of Lunch selection. And this is Healthy Slow Cooker Cookbook. So there is lots and lots of recipes in here, from like takeaways, snacks, breakfasts, all sorts of stuff, and actually there's some really good recipes in there.
We're going to do a few of them from the book, so it's worth getting. Although you've advertised Sainsbury's, massive multinational company, let's advertise Amazon, because we can put a link onto the book.
Yeah, we can put it on our Amazon link. That'll be a good plan.
We'll do an Amazon link on the description for this. Whilst Kelly's doing this searing, because it takes a while, would any of you like me to set up a website predominantly so that we can put the sort of things that we use, so the cooking utensils we use, the books we use, the kind of best ingredients we find, all those kind of things, and we'll do like a shopping little website on it so you can go and click on links for them?
I think that'd be a really good idea.
Let me know. I'm probably going to add it into the golf one so that the golf stuff will all go into the same one, in the same way we're doing with Facebook, so everything's going on the same group. So there'll be golf stuff on there, there'll be tickets for like golf days we're doing, but there'll also be ingredients and books and stuff that we recommend on this channel. I'll go back.
Oh, I'd just like to say, John pointed out that I've got a white blob on my t-shirt.
Yeah.
That white blob is bleach. I've got several of them.
Bleach, you're in a cleaning mode today, or are you?
Well, it's not that. I usually wear this t-shirt when I am cleaning, but this is my like serious down to business shirt.
Yeah.
So I think there's nothing worse than being uncomfortable when you're cooking. And as you'll remember, if you did see the chicken recipe from last week, when you're searing meat, it tends to spit at you. And I really don't want to ruin something nice for the sake of a dinner.
Not to say it's a funny product where you need to have dancing dress on or whatever. We don't need to do that yet. We might do that on maybe a Christmas special at the end of this year. We might dress up like Fanny and Johnny. That'd be funny. We'll see.
So the best way, because you need to get colour on this all the way around, so the best way to do it is just a really hot pan and a pair of tongs, because otherwise how are you going to balance it on its awkward edges?
Fair enough. The only thing we kind of noticed with slow cooker is you don't get much colour, so you have to kind of colour things before you put them in.
Yeah. It adds to that depth of flavour, but it also looks nicer in the end.
Yep. So we're going to come back when that's done.
So beef goes into slow cooker. Now all the ingredients rather will be listed below as usual. John does an excellent job at doing that for you. So all we do now is we add everything else to the slow cooker. So the first thing is 300 mils of beef stock, a good quality one if you can. The better the quality of the stock, the better the taste. And then you're going to need 100 mils of red wine. Now you don't have to add red wine if you don't want to, you can just add more stock, but...
We're using claret, but it's just a house claret. Typical thing from Sainsbury's, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad keen on a lot of red wines, like I don't like peppery ones, so we try to sort of get something that
it's more fruity than spicy.
It's more palatable, yeah. Then into that you're going to add a finely chopped carrot.
So everything's diced, a bit smaller than a second, yes.
Yeah, a finely diced onion. John did that for me because I'm struggling with the old chopping nowadays. We're going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes. We got these on offer, so they weren't as expensive as they usually are. So
I know someone did actually comment about how expensive our tomatoes were, but hey, use whatever tomatoes you can get, but preferably not the cheapest ones because really they don't give you much
tomato is more liquid.
Really, more just sauce.
So in goes the chopped tomatoes. Now usually I would rinse that to make sure I get the last bits out, but I don't want to add any more liquid to that, so it's pretty cool. We're going to add...
See, if you thought about it, you could have poured the wine into the tin.
I could have done that.
I know.
I didn't think about that.
There you go. Little tip from me.
2 tablespoons of tomato puree.
You said it's pretty much what's left in that.
Yeah, it is what's left. There's not much in there now.
There you go. Recipes are guides, they're not exact.
That one's gone. Then we need 5 cloves of garlic.
Yeah, but it's a long, slow thing, so it won't be
Absolutely.
garlicky when it's finished.
And as you know, we use garlic paste, so it's 5 teaspoons.
Kind of the same thing when you do that chicken with, what is it, 30 cloves of garlic or something.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually come out really bad at the end. I'll have to do that one.
There we go, there's our garlic. Now, in the recipe, it says rosemary, basil and oregano.
Yeah, we're winging it.
We are winging it because although I add basil and oregano, I, for some reason, don't have rosemary.
We think it's because we, up to recently, had a fresh rosemary bush outside.
Yeah.
But now it's dead because of where we live. We'll explain that when we do gardening on this channel. We're going to get a new one.
So basically, I am using an Italian herb seasoning, which consists of oregano, basil, red peppers, marjoram, thyme, rosemary, sage and parsley. So,
like we said, the recipe is a guide. You put in what you need.
So it's got everything in there and a bit more. So it says 3 tablespoons, like a tablespoon
There's
each.
a lot of herbs going in. There's a lot of garlic going in this, but I think that's because it's a lot of flavour. Brisket. Well, brisket's actually quite a strong piece of beef as well.
Maybe that's why. And then you add some salt and pepper.
I'm just saying to Kelly off camera, it's not the cheapest recipe, this, ingredient-wise. I mean, your brisket probably going to cost you a tenner. I think
You
it costs a tenner
need
from Morrison's,
just
isn't it?
under a kilo. You need about 900 grams. We got ours from Morrison's because not a lot of places tend to do
brisket, well, to size. So if you go to
No.
the supermarket, they give massive pieces.
That was the problem. We went to our local supermarket where we usually shop, and the pieces they had were huge.
It's a shame we're now the cheapest cuts, like breast of lamb and all those kind of things as well. You are now actually more expensive, but it's just the way the world is.
So you give the mixture a stir, like such, so it's all nicely combined. Then you get your tongs and you turn your meat so that the whole lot has had a bit of a dunk in the sauce.
Because obviously the sauce doesn't coat the top.
Exactly.
Did you salt and pepper?
I did salt and pepper.
I wasn't watching that bit, sorry.
And that, my friends, is that. You put the lid on.
we're going to do a quick little close up what it looks like in there for you.
That's what it looks like in there.
Looks good to me.
So that is going to cook now on high for 7 hours.
Yeah, seems a long time, but it's a super
it's a
cheap
big
thing to cook.
piece of meat, so it's going to take that time. Do try not to keep opening it.
Yeah, don't do it, love.
No.
Just leave it alone. We've got other recipes to do today.
I just can't help myself. But yeah, so don't keep opening it. Just let it do its thing. 7 hours on high, and then we're going to shred it, and we're going to serve it with some lovely pappardelle and some garlic bread.
Yeah, obviously you could use anything, tagliatelle, whatever.
Exactly.
But kind of like the idea of pappardelle. It's like thick tagliatelle.
Absolutely. Now this recipe is going to serve at least 6. If you don't have 6 in your family, make it anyway, because you can freeze it.
Yeah.
So you can freeze it in portions, and then you've always got something in the freezer if you've had a bad day and you really can't be bothered. So I'm going to put this back over there out of the way, and we will see you in about 7 hours.
We will. But we've had a cocktail by then, so I don't know what the state we're going to be in.
We'll see. See you later. Right, so this beef has been cooking on high for 7 hours. So I'm going to take off the bits of string, because nobody wants to eat string.
No, but you have to roll brisket, so anyway it works.
I've got it all up my arms now, John.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
And then we are going to pull this brisket apart.
Strands. Just use 2 forks in the same way you do a pulled pork. We'll do a pulled pork, we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, you literally just need 2 forks, and it's been cooking for so long, it's so tender. I guess you can have it as chunky or as strandy as you like. I'm sort of going somewhere in between the two. Right, so that is a kilo of brisket, slow cooked for 7 hours and then pulled. So now I'm going to put this back into the sauce. I'm going to whack it back up onto high because it's gone to warm. So I'll turn my slow cooker back up to high and put it on for another half an hour while I cook the pasta. And by the time the pasta's cooked, the sauce will be reduced a bit because I'm going to leave the lid off, and all of this will have soaked up the lovely juice anyway. So you're going to have a thick, unctuous bolognese type sauce. So I'll come back in half an hour or so and show you what it looks like on a plate.
Right, and done. Slight change of plan.
Yeah, I've just stirred back in the pulled beef, and as you can see, it's actually soaked up the juice and become like a really thick, unctuous bolognese.
Love that word today, don't you?
Unctuous, yeah. Unctuous is my word of the day.
So it doesn't need reducing anymore.
So no, it's not going to reduce. So I'm going to put the lid back on and leave it on warm while I cook the pasta, and then we'll serve it up.
Job done.
Okay?
It's very good.
Very good. Okay, so the ragu is done, and here it is, served with some pappardelle, big fat noodles in other words, and a little bit of garlic bread. I used a kilo of beef, and I will say there is a massive amount, so it would easily serve 6 if not 8. So if you haven't got that many in your family, by all means portion it up and put it in the freezer for a later date. But it certainly seems to be a very economical recipe in as much as how much it makes for your money, basically.
Great for party. So great for party.
Absolutely. If you were going to have like a bonfire party, you know, like a winter type evening get together, this would be absolutely perfect. Just a pot of pasta boiling and that in your slow cooker, and you would be easily set to serve, as we said.
Really good in bread rolls, just
6
like
to
pulled
8.
pork as well, like an Italian beef as well.
And then you could put grated cheese over it as well. We've got a little bit of pecorino.
Yeah. You tend to like pecorino, not parmesan. So
I'm not keen on parmesan. I don't like the strength of it, but pecorino is much more to my taste. So there you go, a rich beef ragu, some garlic bread and pappardelle. Hope you enjoy it, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you know anybody else that might like to be interested, then please give them our name and whatever. Please hit your notification bell so that you know when we're around. And I hope you enjoy this week's recipes. See you all again next week. Bye for now.